They're always getting tricked by them workouts. Coach Matt Bear, always with the sneaky little tricks. Looked at this workout, running, shoulder overhead, running, wall ball, intervals, short, punchy. I'm like, I'm gonna sprint these things. I know what pace I'm gonna hold in this runner. Boy, legs blew up first round. And I was like, you know what, we get 3-minute rest. I'll walk around, try to recover a little bit. It was just 16 wall balls. They were heavy, high wall balls, but 16, I was like, I can do 16. Oh my God. But that's training for you. We love it. Post quarterfinals, feeling good, moving on through the season, and hopefully you guys out there that took part in the Open and maybe even made it to quarterfinals, you had lots of fun, hit those workouts, and most of all, you celebrated what you accomplished, never overlook that, but then also took notes of where we're gonna work, get better. That's what it's all about. We sign up for these tests, we hit them, we say, hey, I did really good in this, hey, I didn't do so good in this, and now we got a whole year ready to move forward and work on those things. So come next year, you're gonna look back and be like, psh, I remember when I couldn't do that, or I remember when I couldn't lift this weight, but that's ultimately what it's all about, right? There have been plenty of times where I've gotten into the season and hit competitions, and I've been competing for a long time, and there's always this almost like deflation, that's what I'm gonna call it, like deflating feeling when you get past this competition, because there's all this hype, there's all this preparation, you have purpose, you're like, I'm gonna get ready for this, I'm gonna get ready for this competition, I'm pushing myself, and then once it's all over, it's just like, whew, what's next? And you get this kind of feeling of like, I don't know, what do I need to do? Or if you're like me, you're an overthinker, and like you almost get overwhelmed with so many things you feel like you have to do, okay? So if you're in that boat right now, if that's your season, maybe you wrapped it up, just write some things down. Take a minute, talk to yourself, by yourself, whether that's talking to yourself in like just in your head or writing it down or typing or whatever it is you need to do to get feeling good, regroup, and get ready for what's next. Find that next thing. So it's post quarterfinals. Hopefully all of our videos get reviewed, get validated, and that's what we're kind of waiting on before we move to semifinals. If you guys didn't know, I'm in North America West, so hopefully we'll be competing in Pasadena soon. Maybe you guys can make it out there. Maybe you say, what's up? Our Move Mindset Monday talk, I like it because post quarterfinals, we did our last event on Saturday. Matt and I had to travel out to a beautiful wedding for his sister, and on the way to and from, we were listening to an audiobook. Now, geez, guys, I never sit down. It's hard to get me to sit down, read for one. I'm not a big reader. I'm more of like a crafty, like work with my hands. I'll even write a little bit, but not so much as just sitting down and getting thoughts out of my brain. But we were listening to an audiobook. A lot of you probably may have heard it. It's Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights. And we got through part of it, but when you just got to trap me in the car, I guess, to listen to audiobooks. But it's really, really interesting, and I really have enjoyed listening to it. But one thing I did take from this part of the story, and like you're listening to literally one of the greats narrate his story. And I'm like, it caught me, and when we were listening to this book, he's so entertaining, but he's so wise too, and knows who he is. And as you're listening to his story, you start feeling like how he started gaining confidence and knowing who he is through all hardship. And we talk about this all the time. Everybody has their story that they're writing. We talked about it last week, that everybody has their own variation of hardship that they have to push through and keep to themselves, but then learn how to use it to better themselves. Now, like we said, our hardships vary by degrees, okay? But we all have that part of our story to take with us and ultimately try to use to make us better. So his story is so inspiring and powerful just because you know who he is. And it's incredible to listen to literally one of the greats be so normal in the beginning, and we're all like that. So everybody has that opportunity to be great. But the thing is, the really cool thing that we're going to talk about today is I loved how Matthew McConaughey had this balance of being a rule follower, but being a rebel at the same time. And I know for me personally, and the way I was raised and the way I grew up in sports and athletic is I'm such a rule follower. I hold the standards. I do it exactly how I'm told, and if I deviate from that, I almost like beat myself up. I'm almost paranoid that, oh, I did something wrong. So I'm definitely more on the rule followers, and that keeps me well balanced and structured. But I know there's also got to be, if I want to be more than just a robot programmed in the system, I got to learn when it's appropriate to break the rules or stray from the path. So today's topic and subject is I wanted to put it like this. Don't miss out on today. In quotes, don't miss out on today. We do all of these good things, and we're taught how to plan and how to prepare for what's later in life and prepare for that next thing and write it down and save money. But we're doing all of these things to get this next point, but when we get to the next point, we never recognize it, and we're always on to the next thing. So what is the point? Don't miss out on today. Plan and prepare what you need to do, but let's focus on what we can control right now, today. And not only what we can control, but what we can celebrate today. Because if we're always looking to tomorrow, where is today? You're always going to be looking forward, and you're never going to sit here and be proud of what you've done and acknowledge all the preparation that you did to get to this point. It's always on to the next thing. And that's what's almost a little bit scary is we're always like, save money, prepare, structure, plan, all these things, and we keep going and we keep going. But when do we ever stop and be like, look at what we've done. Look at this place. Look at this workout that I just did. That's pretty cool. So we have to find this balance of, yeah, we got to do the work. We got to stay structured. We got to stay organized. We got to do this. But don't be afraid to stop, take a moment, look around. What's going on today? Is it a beautiful sunny day? Is it a rainy day? How do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? What can you do right now to make it feel good, to make it be good? We'll get to tomorrow, but we only get to tomorrow if we are doing what we need to do today. So we almost got it like a little bit backwards. Yes, there will always be planning, like I said, planning, structure, preparation. But don't miss out on these moments today. Let's laugh with our friends. Let's hug the ones we love, and let's celebrate. Let's work hard. Let's plan and prepare. But don't forget to take a moment to soak in today. We're doing all this planning and preparation for tomorrow, but tomorrow's not guaranteed. That's scary. So live it up today. Work hard, but make sure that work is fun and something that you love. I'll give you guys one example, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll get right to work on today. I really took this type of training into last season because I recognized it's very rare that we kind of recognize like faults and mistakes like on the spot. Usually it's like moments later and you're like, I could have maybe done that better. But when we qualified for the CrossFit Games at semifinals, literally like wasn't even off of the floor from them announcing my name, from us doing the podium and everything. Literally wasn't even off the floor before I was like, holy crap. I have so much work to do. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to get ready for this. What is next season going to bring? Next season's going to have so much more pressure. And I start like rolling onto literally a year from then. I was like, what am I doing? What is my brain doing right now? And what it's doing is not soaking in the moment. So I was like, do your best. I caught myself. I was like, do your best. Soak in this moment because this is a this is such an achievement that takes so much work, and it's never even close to guaranteed. It's so much work. Live in this moment. Take it in, because it's going to be over like that. And I don't want to look back and be like, I didn't soak that in. I should have smiled more. I should have laughed more. I should have hugged more. I should have just embraced that moment. And that's a big moment for me, but that's why it was easy to recognize, because it was such a big moment. But we need to get better at recognizing today. The workout that you just did, the moment you stepped through the door, the faces that you saw. Smile, say hi, live in that moment, because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We prepare and do all these crazy things, but to get to tomorrow where we're going to do the same thing and prepare for the next day. Live in the moment. Don't forget about today. Take today in. Don't lose out on today. All right? Yes, we have big things that are coming, but the only way we're going to get there is we take these little day-by-day steps at a time. That's our challenge this week, is recognize today. Don't miss out on today. I love you guys. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great week. Train hard, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.